Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be talking about the full moon in Libra that's going to take place on April 19th, 2019. Now, a full moon in astrology can represent the culmination or completion of something. It can be a time where one may simply become tired, exasperated, full, so to speak, at something in their lives. Now, this could be a very strong, uninhibited, unrestrained, unleashing, and outpouring of emotion. Now, full moons in astrology can often be about revelations, unveilings, and disclosures. Now, this could be very strong, powerful, emotional energy. And when you're talking about a full moon, yes, it can be connected with the completion or culmination of something, but it could also be indirectly about new beginnings, I believe, because when you have the end of something, it often can signify the beginning of something else. Now, this full moon may impact everyone collectively, but especially those with a Libra or Cancer sun, moon, or ascendant in Libra, because of course it's going to be in their sign. Now in Cancer, because of course the moon does rule Cancer, and I think a lot of this can be strongly, Cancer can be strongly affected by all transits of the moon. They can be, this may be attributed as to why Cancer can be so fickle, temperamental, and changeable, and especially if this is making a conjunction to somebody's Libra or Cancer sun, moon, or ascendant. They will be affected, I believe, the strongest of any points that somebody could have in their chart. Now, if this is, I think too, I look at this, I mean, at a full moon, I believe there can be a greater propensity for accidents on the full moon. And in Libra, it could be because a driver being perceived as unfair, people seeking justice, fairness, so to speak, that retribution, that eye for an eye, figuratively speaking thing. Now, this also can be a time where a relationship comes to an end. Now, I understand relationships are and can end and eradicate in any point in time, any transit of the moon, any transits period in astrology. But at the same time, I think this could be a greater proclivity for relationships ending at this time. I think you're going to see a stronger proliferation of that, given that we're not just talking about the moon, full moon being in Libra, it's also going to be at the 29th degree. And the 29th degree in astrology can be very strongly connected with endings, I believe, because it's the last degree of a zodiac sign. Now, for many, there could be a legal settlement that is finally reached. You're talking about reconciliations, compromise, negotiation, arbitration being complete. Marriage vow, you might see more marriage vows consummated at this point. And again, speaking of proliferation, it could be a stronger proliferation of marriages at this time as well, and marriages perhaps coming to an ending, more divorces maybe finally being complete. And could also be a time where someone may become rather tired, exasperated, full at somebody perhaps with a superficial charm, overly relaxed, indolent, overly ambivalent, indecisive, even an unfair person, or somebody that just constantly wants to be politically correct and maybe overly excessively diplomatic or tactful. It could be many people may be tired of people that might just be using them just to ingratiate themselves into their social groups rather than wanting the actual connection. Now, of course, and it might be something too, Libra can be very persuasive energy. So this could be a time where many or may have finally persuaded someone into doing something. Could be when you're talking about when the full moon occurs, you're going to have the opposition to the sun, of course. And at this time, of course, the full moon in Libra at 29 degrees will oppose 29 degrees sun in Aries. Now, I see this as a time where it could be a good period. It might be very auspicious for this, where many women, family members may be getting away from acrimonious, combative abusive, very dominant male figures such as a father or husband in order to attain peace and tranquility. I think you're also going to see where some may go public with something Libra related. Could it be an innovative scale? Being flippant, but you know what, that could be a possibility though. Now, many may end also a Libra job or career, especially if it falls in one of the money houses, the 2nd, the 6th, or the 10th. It could be completion of a legal profession, such as working as a lawyer, a judge, bailiff, court reporter, paralegal. Other Libra careers that might come to an end could be something with mediation, interior decoration, arbitrator, graphic art designer, something with art such as drawing, painting, or sculpting. It could be a balanced sport such as something with tennis or gymnastics, something even ice skating, something with music or fashion design, or even actors and actresses. You might see more of these kind of professions, people completing them at this time. Now, could also be now, if it falls, say, in the 1st or the 6th house, this could be an issue that could be Libra related. That might be an unveiling of some Libra health related matter. It could be something with the buttocks, the kidneys, or the lower back. Maybe something with hypoglycemia may be unveiled or revealed at this time. Now, if you have it in, let's say this takes place in the 8th house, some cases this could be about surgery. In some cases that could be Libra related. But it's also, again, it's important to look at the house that this falls in, as this, of course, could impact the delineation and interpretation. Now, mine is going to fall in my 6th house. This could manifest in a multitude of ways. Now, one way this might manifest, though, for me, this could be, again, it could be a revelation of a Libra health related matter. And remember, 29 degrees is a critical degree. It could be a crisis degree. So I need to watch this. I've had problems with my lower back in the past and issues with my kidneys. And also, it's going to make a long conjunction, say, to my natal Jupiter in Libra in the 6th house. Now, this could exacerbate or enlarge issues with some kind of Libra health related matter for me. Now, it could also be maybe somebody finally, Libra energy again could be about persuasion. Could somebody have finally persuaded me to do something work related at this time, something that I've been hesitant about, or I've been procrastinating on, or I've been resisting strongly with my stubborn Taurus rising. Could also, it could reaffirm, when you're talking about 29 degrees, of course, it can reaffirm endings. And again, the full moon can be about endings and culminations or completions. But at 29 degrees, it could really reaffirm this, I believe. Now, given that this is at 29 degrees, looking at it from, say, a Sabian symbol or perspective, it could be where one may be misguided by what contemporaries may say as far as ending something Libra related. It could be, however, many may remain composed and unflappable, even perhaps in spite of going through what one thinks might be a plausible solution to ending something, perhaps in connection with this full moon. Now, also, of course, it's important to look at electional aspects as makes. Now, it will make a long square to Pluto in Capricorn at this time. Now, it could be about ending a relationship, may conflict with powerful authority figures at this time, such as a domineering father or bosses at this time. Now, of course, other electional transits can be important as they may be intensified, since this is going to occur on a full moon. Now, Venus is going to be at or near 29 degrees Pisces or it's going to be close to 29 degrees Pisces at this time. Now, this could reaffirm, of course, endings of relationships where some may have been overly delusional, overly idealistic, or having to deal with alcoholics or drug addicts at this time as well. It could be a time where many were simply overlooking transgressions of others and being overly idealistic in terms of a relationship, and finally decides to end it. Now, also too, the fact that it's going to make a conjunction to Mercury in Aries is going to give, I believe, a strong ability to articulate this very succinctly and to the point without mincing words. So anyway, hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back. But anyway, at this time as well, it's also going to conjunct the fixed star sheet, and perhaps sadly, this may give some enjoyment to some kind of homicide or murder. Sadly, it could be an indicator of a mass shooting. And on a somewhat flippant and humorous note as well, there's going to be a 10-part comedy series entitled Lunatics. Is going to premiere on Netflix on this day. Now, of course, full moons can correspond with lunatic, psychotic type behavior, I believe. And also full moons, again, could be about unveilings. Now, the series is going to be unveiled, so to speak, on this day. And of course, Libra is a sign that could be associated with the arts, which of course includes acting. Now, in this case, also, I would not be shocked if we're going to have some kind of powerful volcanic eruption or some kind of earthquake, something catastrophic at this time, because of course there could be a stronger propensity for seismic and volcanic activity on full moons. On January 17th, 1995, we had a prodigious earthquake that occurred. It was the Great Hanshin earthquake, and it rocked Japan with very comparable planetary conditions that we're going to have on this full moon on April 19th. And it's going to be, of course, a full moon. And at the time when you had that earthquake in the Japan, the Great Hanshin earthquake in Japan, of course, you had the full moon, you had the sun. At the time when the earthquake occurred, you had the sun in Capricorn making almost an exact opposition to the moon in Cancer at a critical degree, the 26th degree. And at the time, the sun was also conjunct Uranus, of course, that could shine the light, so to speak, on something disastrous. Now, at the time, we're going to have the exact full moon on April 19, 2019. We're going to have, of course, the opposition between the sun in volatile, explosive Aries and the moon in Libra at a critical degree, 29 degrees. It's a critical anaretic, and it's a crisis degree. There are also, of course, you have the conjunction. You're going to have a conjunction between the sun in volatile, explosive Aries and Uranus. And Uranus, of course, could be connected with disaster Uranus and Taurus. Aries can be, what's interesting too, keep in mind that Aries can be associated with lava. Lava, of course, transitions to rock material composition, which of course can be associated with Taurus. So because of this, I may lean a little bit more toward a volcanic eruption over an earthquake, but either or both actually could be strongly possible, because Uranus, of course, could be associated with earthquakes, and Taurus may very well rule the earth. I think Taurus may very well be the most earthy sign of the zodiac, as the zodiac sign Taurus does have this natural connection to the earth. I may know something about it considering I have Taurus rising. But anyway, now also too, I thought was interesting. I recently saw something about a space treaty consensus that had not yet been attained or reached. Now on this day, of course, you're going to have the opposition between Uranus and the full moon. Uranus can be associated with aerospace, and Libra, of course, can be about negotiations and peace. Now, given this could mean that both parties involved may be more adversarial and opposed, or the parties involved may be more adversarial and opposed to finding a majority decision on a resolution associated with peace. And given that this is going to be at the full moon at the 29th degree, it could suggest that negotiations may actually cease, maybe for an indefinite period, as far as having that peace and that tranquility in space, so to speak. And the opposition could indicate that there may be even further away from this and at a greater impasse, I believe. But anyway, people, that will conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my take on April 19th, 2019 full moon in Libra. And stay tuned next time, where I'm going to be giving you my Leo May 2019 horoscope, part 1 of 2. Two things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because astrologically speaking, the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart and not just one. Until next time, people, stay well.